Hey! I'm dying. On camera. Well, on a camera, you can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes. And why can't you see me? Because I'm not on camera. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today's been a weird one. Today's been a weird, kind of hazy sort of day. And I figured like doing something, you know, relaxing and calming and soothing to the spirit and soul. Making a lot of explosions and killing people with them. We're gonna be playing Sunless Sea, and for those of you who weren't around for the previous stream, we are in the process of founding our own private kingdom. And I am going to be journeying forth to find a legendary ship. If I am dying, can we request that? No, I am going to be as extra and loud and obnoxious as possible with my death, just like I am with everything else. Okay. Gonna turn this down. Gonna turn that on, and away we go. Maybe. Is the game showing up? Weird. Oh. Oh, okay. I need to... Okay, I needed to change my OBS settings because the last game I played was funky and weird and did not agree with my methods of recording. But anyway, we're back. Let me just pause and let you guys know what the plan is. So here's our map. It's wonderful, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. So the plan is to, oh wait, before I start pointing at the map and everything, there was actually something that I figured out. Probably, maybe. So if we remember all of the funky colors, all the funny colors, one of them is a page from the Neathbow, Pelagian. And someone has scrawled in the margin of this page, beyond the gate, there is a sea more sunless. Now, I know from my experience as a seeker of the name, if you know, you know, from Fallen London, that actually has very strong ties to the north, and the Avid Horizon is the gate of which it speaks. And so, since I have this hunter's eye from there, maybe that'll fulfill the condition? Hopefully. We'll see. For now, we're gonna just stop by over there really quick and see if that is the case. If it is, cool, great. And then we're gonna head back to London, do a little bit more restocking, recouping of supplies and such. And then we're gonna head to the Chelinate, because that is where the Eater of Names, the special ship that we are looking for, lies. On the way, we're gonna hit the other shroom, just because there was that side quest, the dude that needed the plant for unclarified reasons. So we can go ahead and hit that up on the way. And then we can sail around here, see if we find the dude. Hopefully we find the dude. And if we end up needing to restock or anything, we can stop by Khan's Heart or Khan's Shadow over here. And then we can maybe pop up to Mount Palmerston, find the Zoop, or maybe fill in a little bit of this more map, explore some more. There's a lot for us to do here. And we may not even get to do any of it, because I may just die. We'll see. Regardless, away we go. There's that church, the underwater story battle church. I love that. Utterly adore that. God, there's just like, there's so much in this game, and I feel like I could spend like 20 more streams getting into all of it. I'm gonna sail by the coast for less terror. Oh! The brisk campaigner collapses. One moment, she's lecturing an apologetic sailor on personal hygiene. The next, she's stretched full length on the deck. By the time you reach her, she's regaining consciousness. Oh. You have not yet won her trust. If you cannot do so immediately or don't care to, she will leave the ship. Well, that's unfortunate. Captain, I have kept a secret from you. I must continue to keep that secret. It is dangerous, and I will not require you to share that danger. I will remain in my cabin until we next reach port. You will not see me again. You do not see me again. Well, fuck! Alright, I guess, I guess we gotta get a new doctor now. Go to where, well, I mean, until we next reach port is the idea. Well, alright. Pretty sure there was a doctor down in London. Okay, we can handle that once we get back to London then. Yeah, that lady. I haven't gotten that lady. Whatever her deal is. But yeah, I'd spend all of my secrets just before this, pumping up my stats, as you might see, so that sucks. Okay, visit the first curator. Oh, give it your hunter's eye. I saw it once. I saw it long ago, when first I came here below. My left eye is blind. Should I replace it with this one, it will be no blinder. But perhaps I will see within. It raises the hand with the hunter's eye towards its concealed face. No sound is indescribable, but some should be. This is one. Let us not trouble ourselves with its nuances, its reminders of marsh and gangrene and chrysalid emergence. Take it, it says. Its voice is ragged. It gestures at a side table where a spoiler tusk sits. A pearl tiara is perched jauntily atop the tusk. Both, apparently, are yours. Well, we have a captivating treasure that we can turn into an heirloom, whatever the fuck that was. Okay, so we just have Irigo, Violent, Vieric, Cosmogon, and a Poscyan. Most interesting. Depart for now. Okay, and back to London to get a fucking replacement doctor, I guess. Oh, recurring nightmares. Wahoo! Well, I mean, that fucking blows. Noted for later, though. If I ever get the campaigner to just keep a secret around. They're used to store cash between captains and... Oh yeah, no, I'm aware, and I actually have a will. I've been meaning to get an heirloom in order, just in case, you know, this venture... Oh, yes, 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 I want you on my shit. No, no, come back, no! They are off on their own voyages. I could not possibly delay them. Clearly it is of great import. Returning to London. Okay. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known she is available for work. I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages, at sea. For just 30 echoes? She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone touch them. Woohoo! London Bridge really has fallen. Yeah, correct. It's almost like London fell or something. Okay. Just gonna get a little bit, just top off our fuel and supplies here. And then go to my lodgings, go to my study. Adorn your lodgings with captivating treasures. Alright, we have an heirloom now. Fuck yes. Last time I played Sunless, I think I achieved the wealth ending with only about half an hour at Z and many more at land. What the hell did you do to manage that? My goodness. Identity fraud! Yeah, that sounds about right. Hello, Crab. You are in the way. Get out of my sight. To speak to this officer. Does she wield a fork the way she wields a surgical instrument? I got a house and sold everything and then retired, retaining 50% of echoes between the characters. Repeat until you're rich. You know what? I guess that makes sense. Invite her to dine, yes. The cooked flesh arrives, still in its shell. From the claws, 8 legs, a body, and head, she renders a dozen neat, bite-sized piles of shredded flesh, sutured with mushroom, or pinned together with a needle of chitin. Perhaps she missed a calling as a chef? She denies it. My mother was the first of a surgeon in the first city. You might say that knife work runs in the family. There is a wicked, quirking smile at the corner of her mouth. There are rumors about my father. She would deny there's any truth in those. Alerted to rumors about the Clattery heir's parentage. Oh, She becomes more talkative when she has something to cut. Perhaps you can get her to say more about her father, with a strange catch. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for that. If you have an heir, you'll have 100% echo retention. Ah. Okay, we are on track. Now, is the echo retention, like, in combination with whatever heirlooms you have? That's a shark. That's a shark, and it is foggy. Last I played, I had a dreadnought decked out to the nines called the Retirement. That's a big crab. What did I name my ship? I named my ship, well, I can't check right now. Oh, yes, Galahad's Grin. Switch the lights off real quick. Nope, nope. Okay, we should be good now. No heirlooms? Sell all your fuel gear and ship, and when you die, you can choose your legacies. Ah, and they let you transfer echoes between death. That makes sense. You don't even need a will. Noted. But if you retire, it's quicker and you keep your house. Yeah, keeping the house. That makes sense. Okay. Should be reaching the Utter Shroom very soon. Ah! Hello. Don't mind me. I know I probably could just fight this guy and win, but I'm trying to preserve my my ship's hull and my hull's integrity for the fight, the big battle. I think I went through about 30 Captain Johns. Amazing. All right. The queenly core of this spore-haunted sea. We can, oh! We can consume the jar full of tether. Gather intelligence. You know what? I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. The sand is warm between your toes. The waves haven't yet reached you, but they will soon. You shield your eyes from the sun as best you can as you look out over the ocean. There! Those are her colors racing along the horizon, up and across the sky. You race along the shore, waving. Her whistle blows back at you. You'd swear you saw her stick her head out of the window and wave before turning to the sunset. The waves lap at your feet. You breathe deep the smell of salt and wonder what new sun your lover will visit, and where she'll tattoo the memory. Oh, that got us a Searing Enigma! And tether tastings. Surely that will have no long-term consequence. Visit the village. The central contradiction of Shroomer existence. They hate the Utter Shroom, but they do anything to avoid leaving. monsters. Today they're telling a story of how they came here. It features a shipwreck, a rain of orange jewels, the mother's blessing. There's a great deal about adversity and survival, and wistful hints about their homeland. Somewhere to the west. Alright. So now, it's just a straight shot to the Kellinate, baby. Kellinate? Chellinate? I don't know. I'm gonna keep saying Kellinate. This sounds more fitting. A hard consonant conveys the right mood, methinks. The Fathom King's Hold, and then we'll just cut straight through the east. And maybe compile a port report on the Fathom King's Hold while we're here. I think I'll save that something awaits you for later. Alright, new area, let's go. The mists of the Sea of Autumn get into the eyes, the heart. It's not unusual to find yourself in unexpected tears. We have found the Mangrove College! The wise and the wicked seek sanctuary here, where the fruits are plenty and the woods wild. A steaming sprawl of parasynthetic vegetation, and a village. Barely a village. Old walls, roofs in disrepair, stilts leaning dangerously. It looks to have been assembled by drunks in a hurry. Dock carefully. There's a gentleman watching you rather closely. He may be mumbling to himself. The impolite investigator shakes your hand with extreme vigor. Good day, my lady. When do we leave port? Can your ship outrun the Khan's best? Not that you'll have to, but it would be... Oh wait, haven't we seen this guy before? You know what? He needs to escape. He heads up the plank before you. He continues talking, expecting you to keep up. The Kongians don't seem to like me asking questions. Not many people do. It's made me unpopular in most ports, but there's still one I haven't tried. Could you take me at a hideaway? It's beneath the waves, on the back of a gigantic beast. You cannot miss it. Okay. Pick up a passenger. The Mangrove College is named for its scholars and philosophers. They have long abandoned civilized comforts for the life of the mind. Sometimes they want those civilized comforts back. The philosophers of the college are not hospitable, but this whole shoreline is bursting with fruit and edible fungus. Reach up and it falls to your hand. Pick it up and it's already fermented. Gather supplies. You don't have time to stop and rest, but you can gather plenty of supplies. The college members will grumble, but there's enough to go around. We're into the Wisp Ways. The swamps around the village are full of mud, crocodiles, and vegetable treasures, including the notorious parasite called Sunless fruit. The fogs and spreading branches occlude all light. Take plenty of candles if you venture in. Unpick the mysteries of other land. Huh. Unpick the... Oh, okay. Compile a port report. Sages, scholars, philosophers, naturalists, poets, dreamers, here to pursue their rare field ideals in a land of muddy fecundity. The thinkers, the Mangrove College, continue their untroubled, and sedentary existence. New schools of philosophy are born and die like bubbles. Extraordinary poetries are written in water. The occasional retired pirate tries and fails to get invited to salons. Let's maybe gather some supplies. Oh, we get 4 supplies. That's a lot of supplies. Are there any shops here? No shops here. Okay, thank you all for your patronage. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Oh. Recurring nightmare. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with nightmares. That's not happening. Alright, can I find it? We will see. We will see. I'm gonna start going a bit more slowly. Actually, no. I'm impatient! Alright. We've reached the Kellanate. Oh, this music. And now we must find the Eater. And so the hunt begins. Oh! Is that it? Oh, that's it? Ah, but we seem to have attracted its attention. Okay. Oh! Shit. Full power to the engines. You've got it right where we want him. You missed! Oh, this is simple! Oh, what am I doing fleeing from the creatures of the sea when I have so much power aboard my ship? Down, you! The worms are screaming. The boat is shattered. Wild-eyed Kellenate zealots leap into the sea. None of them try to swim. As far as you can tell, they're diving straight down, with no intention of coming back up. Seize its figurehead! The color is Gant, that color which remains when all else has been consumed. They must have taken this from the Z near the Gant pole, the place that draws dying monsters. The memories of slow, deep death adhere to it like rags of skin to bone. Perhaps you'll find a use for it. The figurehead of the Eater of Names, this weird skull once adorned the worm-drawn priest barge of the Kellenate. Exceptional! We are one step closer, everybody. Let's stop by the Kellenate. Compile a port report. Oh, trade a hunting trophy for an outlandish artifact. How many of those do I have? There's in the hold, right? I have 4 of those. Well, I can't think of anything I'm gonna do with this hunting trophy. So, yeah, I'll go for that. As your tale of combat on the high Z reaches its pitch, you lift the gory trophy above your head. The children scatter. Only a young boy remains behind, staring. He holds out a mask, a mess of tiny bones. Most look like they were scavenged from a dinner plate. Nevertheless, he points at your trophy. You trade. All right. Okay, so I think now the plan is to cut through the... Well, I'm gonna stop by the Gant pole and see if I can just do that trade again of the weird flesh. See if that works. And then I'm gonna cut straight through here, and restock at Khan's Heart. And see if we can do a little bit more exploring of this area. Oh wait, aren't there shops here? I can buy some Stygian ivory. Yeah, I'll keep some of that on board. Why not? Could be helpful. Okay, but yeah, note to self, I kick considerably more ass than I thought I did. The impolite investigator's question. The impolite investigator approaches you, smiling. Now that we're safely submerged, I have a question, my lady. I've discovered that several crew members are attracted to you. Would you become intimate with any? If so, who? How would you engage? And why haven't you indulged yet? Isn't he just delicious? The impolite investigator fakes a coughing fit to excuse himself from you. Does he not like what he sees? I love that I have that. I love it whenever that very, very special trait comes up sometimes. Anyway, cut some more flesh. Compile a port report. Bring recent news to the fading Harrispecs. Once again. Okay. So presumably I can just go to the Kellinate and do that again? God, I love the design for the submarine. Okay, that's 200 more I mean, I wonder if I could just do this forever. I'm not gonna, I have other things to do, but... Plus, I think 1,800 echoes is quite enough. For now, at least. My terror is creeping up a bit. Oh, hello! A Lorn fluke! Just gonna back away. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, well, it's only making me... Oh, it's submerged. The devil. No, get back here! No, stay back. Stay back. It is very confused. It doesn't know what to do with itself. Oh dear, oh dear. There it goes. Its pulpy flesh shivers with the energies of its failing language. Already it is disintegrating into the waters. Dangerous. But what an opportunity! The deliquescing body is full of incomprehensible organs that collapse at your touch. You sketch what you can, cock an ear to the departing harmonies of its violent language. At its center you find a vast lump of resin or congealed gull, the size of a barrel, flawed with darkness. In the false starlight, it is a deep violet purple. Irigo, your doctor whispers. The color of forgetfulness. Oh, ho, ho, ho! We now have one colossal fluke core. Yeah, those are, well, I mean, you have to kill that thing, which has a whopping 600 health. And for the record, I have a frigate. Like, this ship is not cheap. But yeah, no, for reference, in Fallen 1, you can't just go out to Z and kill a fluke, now can you? Makes sense that it would be a little bit easier to come by here. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to stop by Khan's Heart and restock here. Or maybe we can reach Mount Palmerston. The false stars above are feral amber, like tiger's eyes. Stamford's Expanse, named for one who lost his child to cat. Oh! The Isle of Cats, perhaps? There's a shark here. Come now. Let us do battle! Its bonds buckled, its skin torn, its teeth shattered. Oh, someone has bound it savagely with black iron, sunk bands and joined mechanisms deep into its flesh. The cage has begun to distort its shape more than seems reasonable. But then a shark has no bones. Rods of iron inserted deep into its flesh have done impossible things. There are organs in there none of you recognize. Its suffering must have been extraordinary. You take a tooth as a trophy. If your hull is damaged, your engineer will repurpose some of its cage as repair materials. We have a hunting trophy. Okay, alright, so we can just use... We can just kill those guys and get hunting trophies. Noted, noted. Oh. Wreath of roses indeed. How peculiar. Oh. What the hell? Let me turn off the audio on my laptop. Discovered Noctic Lobe. Hold on, let's see what the Z-Bat sees once again. There's something underwater. Oh! Okay, okay. The principles of coral. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves echoes the false stars above. Oh, this part of the Z is shiny. Visage is some distance to the southwest. Okay, do we have anything else? Another shark. Okay, well. Okay, there's Visage. Huh. Most interesting. This fucking music. Oh, hello. Visage indeed. This, hide your face. Hide all your faces. This is the port of Visage, where faces may not be naked. Except one. A stone monument the size of a village church, serenely gazing upwards. Flourishing of years. Once you set foot on Visage, you may be here for a little while. Create a port report. The departing merchant gives you a confused account of crocodiles and honeycakes and something about ear blockage? To this, you add your own impression about the street layout close to port and the types of commerce there. When the lights are especially bright, it is possible to make out the details of the profile of that great stone face. sure. All those who enter must play their parts. The sign is visible only after you've crossed the threshold. On the lower slopes, stone buildings, flat roofs, archways. In the architecture there lingers a memory of lotus and palm frond. The hill above is a face, forever looking up at the ceiling of the Untersee. No one inhabits its cheeks or the hollows of its eyes. Check in at the customs house. All visitors must pass one by one through a room guarded by a person in the mask of a moon moth. Choice of masks. Masks in an assortment of shapes and colors await. Ask of the significance of the masks. Maybe there's more to it than a question of aesthetic taste. The moon moth explains, each mask declares of a different intention toward the denizens of Visage, and must be accompanied by suitable behavior. The frog is for visitors who, though perhaps clumsy and unfamiliar with local etiquette, have come in order to observe local ways and to make uncouth comments about them. The locust is for those who seek profit in Visage and would carry away as many goods as possible. You prompt about the bat. Moonmoth hesitates. Bat is an ill-omened visitor, sent as a messenger or a spy. Bat always dies. Let's go with frog. I like frog. Moonmoth lifts the mask and places it over your head. The eye holes are large and they are fitted with spectacles. They improve your view of the environment, though you must look bulb-eyed from the outside. There is also a mechanism attached to the mouthpiece which magnifies any sounds you make, even your breathing. You start to thank the moonmoth and it comes out as a booming croak. May you profit from your visit and knowledge, says Moonmoth. Its wings fold neatly over its back. On the lower, the Library of Parts. Visit the Flood Court. Visit the Library of Parts. A room of heavy stone guarded by a golden statuette of a woman with outstretched arms. The scroll niches, sorted to correspond to a variety of masks. The jackal and the lioness, the crocodile and dung beetle. A woman in the mask of a lotus blossom is standing at a lectern, reading in silence. Ask about the purpose of this room. Moonmoth explains. People think it might mean something like a library of fragments, but this is wrong. The parts in question are like parts in a play. This is where the denizens of Visage come in order to learn how to perform their masks more accurately, more completely, with a truer spirit. Study the scrolls in a bumbling way, write notes in the margins. Taking the nearest, you read it aloud. For guarding against the loss of the heart. Moonmoth takes it from you, rolls it tightly, and returns it to its niche. There are as many ways of guarding against the loss of the heart as there are different masks, it explains, in that same light and indifferent voice. Visit the Flood Court. The Flood Court is a long stone room with 2 ranks of columns on each side. Currently, the court is ankle-deep in water, though water stains on the stone show that the flood has often reached higher, sometimes up to the height of your waist. In a raised niche... Hi, Grius! In the raised niche at the far end of the room sits a statue of a man with the head of a ram. He holds a jar from which water flows out onto the floor. Asked about the purpose of this room. From a corner, Moonmoth picks up a graduated stick. He shows you how a person standing at the end of the room may dip the stick into the water and use it to measure the water level at a pre-selected point, and how the measurements are compared with the measurements written on a calendar. If the water level does not match the calendrical position, an assembly of pipes and drains is used to adjust it. It used to be, says the moth, that the water rose and fell of its own accord, and the people before wrote down what height it reached. Now the water is still, but thanks to their actions we can replicate the rise and fall so as to be still, so as to be pleasing to the god of flood. It completes this explanation with a half bow towards the statue of the ram deity. Tastelessly compare this room to other bodies of water. Frogs know water. Moonmoth watches inscrutably while you talk about other bodies of water, which has impressed you more than this one. Deeper, clearer, colder, more densely populated with fish. Other denizens move away from you and towards one another. Your social function is well performed. Maybe also show oafish enthusiasm for this wonderful indoor pool. You exclaim at how much you admire this room and its excellent pool. Your words are, as always, amplified into a croak. Other masks turn towards you. Crocodile, lotus blossom, crescent moon, but no one speaks. You have garnered a suitable degree of disdain. Moonmouth quietly applauds your performance of froghood. I love this. Trade masks with the Moonmoth. It has been making subtle overtures for some time. You only now understand them. It draws you aside into a closet in the customs house. Had enough of visage, it tells you frankly. Here, you take my mask and pretend to be me, and I'll trade in the visitor mask and get on some departing ship. Get my life back. Its face... No, now you see, her face is aging but unlined. A lifetime of never needing to use a facial expression. Visit the house of the chief geometer. It is understood to be an honor. Each morning, the man in the cobra mask draws lines in the mud flat with a pointed steel rod. This apportions to each inhabitant a small trapezoidal area from which to harvest mushrooms and to scrape salt. No plot is ever preserved from one day to the next. This man is the chief geometer, the keeper of directions, master of land measures and sea measures. Now you have been invited to his home at the time customarily appointed for him to receive those who are not his equal in rank, yet not so far beneath him as to be ignored. What ceremonial gift will you bring? Bring a poem concerning snakes, copied on a new scroll. He appears to be pleased by this gift, but it takes him aback as well. Several times he remarks that this sort of merchandise is something he would expect to be brought to the island by a bat. It requires a great deal of chittering and wing-folding to persuade him of your moth nature. Visit the Temple of Apis. All the denizens of Visage go there sooner or later. In the center of the temple is a black bull with a white diamond on its face. It is tied in place with heavy ropes and it is wounded in the thigh. From this wound it bleeds copiously, without dying. The priests gather around the bull, capturing its blood in cups. Collect some of the blood for yourself. Perhaps it is a holy relic. Perhaps it could be sold as one to unsuspecting buyers elsewhere. Did someone say moths? Yes, I am currently playing the part of a moth in a weird fucking city where everyone has masks and everyone must perform their role. Hello, Arya. Nice to see you. Collect some of the blood for yourself. Perhaps it is a holy relic. The priests don't prevent you, but they aren't precisely pleased either. In fact, they are highly suspicious of why Moonmoth would want such a thing, until you explain that you need it to educate some especially ignorant and impious visitors. Then they let you go ahead. Must head bonk all light sources in the immediate area. True. The stone cheek of Flourishing of Years is visited as a pilgrimage by the inhabitants of Visage, and if you are in good favor, you too may go. You must, of course, wait until your work with this day's crop of frogs and locusts is complete. It would not be suitable to bring them along. Up on the hillside, the buildings have become scarcer and then vanish entirely, leaving you looking at the bottom of a great chin. Study ancient marks, offer instruction to the frog that found its way up here. Deface the stone with new markings. Meditate on the meaning of the face. Offer instruction to the frog that found its way here. 72% pages challenge, I think I can handle that. You tell the frog a partially true story about how this face was carved. The frog replies with an amplified belch and a story it heard about the sphinxes known as the salt lions. It's really a very good frog. Enter the hollow of the ear. It is a place of still greater pageantry. It is a festival day. The great stone face has been illuminated from forehead to chin with blazing torches, so that the profile is seen from the side more clearly than you have ever seen it. Flourishing of years is awake, says the genderless figure in the crocodile mask. All the denizens of visage are walking towards the ear together. There's a place in the procession which belongs by right to the wearer of your mask. Fall in line with the others. Fall in line with the others, secretly bringing a flare with you. Strip off your mask and prepare to depart. If I leave now, can I come back later? I wonder. It doesn't seem like I can. I think I will leave for now. I want to come back with a flare because I feel like that will give me secrets and mysteries. When the procession is past, you strip away your mask and costume and leave them on the floor in the customs house. The arms you fold neatly across themselves in the fashion that is appropriate for this particular robe. Perhaps someone after you will care to take up your role. Okay, so I can come back and basically do all of that shit again, is how this works. Okay. So yeah, I will come back later with a flare, definitely. Oh, hello. No, I didn't mean to dock. Be you friend or foe? You be foe! Come now, do not flee. It will do you no good. There we go. I don't know if you can ram people, and I don't much care to try. Oh yes, the pirate poet, once again. Send a lifeboat for the pirate poet. With her business dealt with, the pirate poet joins you and a few select members of the senior crew for a late supper. She treats the assembled audience to baptism of glass about her first days at Z after years of servitude. By demand, she follows it with shorter works and Reforged, a cry for broken chains. In Polythreme, we are given our words. We are not allowed to hope they will be kind. In London, I learned to write my own, and in that moment, I was free. One day, others of my homeland will read them, and they too will learn. One day, my king's dreams must end. Dinner follows, hot wine and cold spiced meats. Sailors openly place bets on whether she actually eats. The pirate poet ignores them. Her stoic facade doesn't even quiver until dessert is served. At that, just for a moment, even she cannot hide a slight smile. "Sorbet, Captain?" she asks, eye ridge raised. "Don't make me tell folk you're even softer than they say." I feel like I would be very bad at this game because I would absolutely be. Yeah, no, like that's the great thing about this game is that if you make bad decisions, you will die. Oh. The Isle of Cats. This is where we were told that we could receive information about our whisper-locked box. But first, let's just investigate all the rest of this stuff first. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. I would ram into a ship, I would go into the dark cave without a flare, I would fuck around and I would find out. That is a wonderful, it is fun, but I don't want to die, so, you know. Not dying is also good, very important. Compile a port report. Though the Isle seems at present beyond the reach of the Admiralty's laws, that does not mean that the Admiralty lacks interest in their activities. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. Was that a connate trimaran nestled beside a vessel from the Iron Republic? The dockhands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The catties talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy, but even the most hardened sailors lower their voice when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the Admiralty will understand what they mean even if you don't. A piratical welcome. "Welcome to the Isle of Cats," the wide-eyed dockmaster says brightly. "Would you like to bribe me not to write down your details in this nice official ledger?" You hand over the coins, and she tips you a sharp smile before waving you to the nearest alehouse. The entire process is straightforwardly corrupt and pleasingly efficient. The alehouse's sign is a tiger painted the color of rose petals. Someone's gone to great trouble and expense to gild the creature's eyes. They look out over the port, feral and unseeing. A caged hive of lamplighter bees hangs from the ceiling like a chandelier. A few sailors give you hard-mouthed, assessing looks, but ignore your presence entirely. The catties all wear a pair of amber stones threaded around their necks, or pinned to their collars. "Cat's eyes," one of them says, "for the Pirate King." As far as you can gather, the Pirate King's name is Leopold, and he controls all the trade on the island. Half of the caddies believe that he can take the form of a crimson tiger and creep into their dreams. The other half suspect more prosaically that he simply eats those who displease him. A whispered conversation, the clink of coins, an exchange of goods. You turn your head as though you were admiring one of the moldering draperies hung from the wall. A vial flashes in the buyer's trembling hands. He uncorks it, pours a few drops of thick red liquid down his throat. The vial drops to the floor. When you look back up, he is gone. You blink and look around. Nobody else seems in the least bit perturbed that a man disappeared from their midst. You pick up the fallen vial and examine the traces left behind. Sticky honey, gleaming with redness entirely unlike blood. Is that a crimson-veiled nun? But what sort of nun would be in a place like this? "A mellifluous sister, of course," she responds, performing a complicated negotiation between veil, thick glove, and glass of mushroom wine. You ask what one of those is, and she snorts. "I'm glaring at you beneath this bloomin' veil." You act appropriately cowed, and the mellifluous sister thaws a little. "We are beekeepers and honey harvesters. The caddies owe their prosperity to us, and the Pirate King, too. She slurps the last of the mushroom wine behind her veil, and the barkeep glides over to refill her glass, eyes respectfully downcast. There must be more to the Isle of Cats than drunken sots and Z-stories. The barkeep stops you before you reach the door and hands you a brooch set with 2 amber stones. He waits impassively until you pin it to your clothes. Everybody wears the cat's eyes here, he tells you, moving aside to let you pass. Just a friendly reminder that the Pirate King is watching. It seems that no place, then, is truly lawless. Okay, I need to refill my water real quick. So I will be back, and then we will investigate that second thing, which probably has to do with our lockbox. Be back? Hello. Isari, the King's Claw, enforces the peace on the Isle of Cats, inasmuch as anyone does. They are entertained by your tale of a box. They look it over, tapping thoughtfully at the lock with the claw rings on their right hand. Sell them the box, or pay for an answer. For symmetry's sake, I will make you another offer. Pay me 500 echoes, and I will tell you where she is. They smile. Yeah. She was a smuggler of our honey. This Z captain. She was also a gambler, and a frequent visitor to the tongue. Her debts became so onerous that I had to take her in keeping. Her family paid the ransom to redeem her, but oh dear, let me be honest with you. I was a little short of operating funds that month. So I sold her to Zara for the Garden of Cages. They smile. The bees have been into her. Who knows how many times? There's nothing left now. She won't remember her name, much less the key phrase. I suppose that's not what you're hoping to hear, is it? I am sorry. At least let me give you the address of her family in London. I do regret I couldn't be of more assistance. Giving you an address back in London. Okay. We could go through more of this, but I think we're going to... Oh! Okay. Oh, these are expensive. These are big expensive. I think for right now... The Melting Isles? Oh, that's the Mangrove College. Right. I think for right now, we're gonna head back over to Khan's Heart, restock on supplies, and continue up this little path here, and see what other islands there are to see. Head up to Mount Palmerston, get our Zoop. And I think there was something in Irem that let us get a strange catch for the clattery air. And then we can go back to London, buy a flare, and then come back to Visage to do that. How's our terror doing? 37, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's... This will trade a hunting trophy for 4 watchful curios. Huh. Let's compile a port report real quick. Where we're going is Khan's heart, rather than Khan's shadow. Good thing we decided to stop by here, too. We're almost out of everything. Alright. You know what? First, let's wander Khan's heart. Oh, this one again. Assist him and get another outlandish artifact. Nice. Enter the Nephrite Quarter. For fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just enough to get us up to Mount Palmerston, methinks. Bit more for good measure. And now we head to the east. Oh. I mean, you know what? Ah! Get off me. Alright. You've won no favor with the Khanate here today. Take whatever you can. It is a cask of mushroom wine. Cool. Alright, back over to the east we go. Oh. Well, this place is pretty. That's an eel. Come here, you. An albino moray. Yeah, that's it. Stay right there. Wow, my ship is powerful. Rescue a what? Oh. Damn me, it's an ugly thing. Even uglier dead than alive. Friendlier, though. Butcher it. I have an unprepossessing mass, an appalling glob of organic matter and drink. Oh wait, this can probably go to the lady over down in the Gant Pole. I have a hunting trophy and Stygian ivory. Oh, there is probably something horrible inside, but possibly there is not. Slice it open. A lamentable relic! A human skull! This isn't the Z-Beast's stomach. What is it doing in there? Like a seed? In a gourd? Port Cecil. A sourceless silver glow. A heaven for players of games. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Oh right, this guy from a while ago that had us breaking into various people's houses. There's a door carved in the crenellated castle. The Gallivant holds a gaily wrapped package in his arms. A long string trails out of it. This is it, my lady. Steel yourself. And get the door for me, please. Beyond the door is a long hall of chess tables. A dark man from the Presbyteriate sits alone in the center of the room, playing against himself. The Gallivant pulls the package's string. 1,000 years is more than enough, don't you think? He tosses it into the room before slamming the door. An explosion knocks it from its hinges, crashing between you both. You peek into the room. The man is dead as any of the pieces. Oh, we now have a vital intelligence. The gnomic Gallivant dusts off his suit. So ends 1,000 years. I've one last appointment, my lady, in King Eater's castle. Time is a cage, and I'm anxious to get there as swiftly as you'll allow. The gnomic Gallivant embraces you like a comrade. Absolutely delightful. You've helped my master pen a happier history for us all. I'll be sure to tell him of your assistance when we reach the castle. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Chess. Chess is popular in the Principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z-traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful. The chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the Principles, that can be very dangerous. I have a 100% chance of success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rankmate. This will be a queen one day. Those would do better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to a victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate? He asks helplessly. Win enough games and something else will occur. Huh. Well, let's keep doing chess then. Alright. You don't know how long you've been playing. You want a match? Another? The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared in blood, yours and your opponent's. But you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers of the Neath, the flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London, mountain nomad that prowls the sea, salt stone storm. With every move you take, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. Yes, more. Oh, damn it. You don't often look at chess pieces. Not really look. The bishops with their hooks, the knight with its mane and teeth, the king, the cream, white mingled with red, the roots that pin the corner of the board down to keep you safe from your opponent. You lift a paw to toy with it, touch its velvety pads. Checkmate, your opponent says. She grins. Look too closely, did we? You need to be careful with Scintillac chess sets. Eldritch chess! Her face is blank and white as the dome of a chess pawn. Get out. Get back to the ship until the waking dream of the coral clears. No, I'm doing that shit again. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. Oh, wait. Yeah, that. Oh? The chess players watch you. Oh, hi, salty boy. The chess players watch you carefully. No, one tells you. No. There's only one left who will play against you. You'll need an extra move to find it. As you reach the crossroads in Port Cecil, a voice whispers, Pawn to Bishop 6. A rearing shape the size of a cottage, rather like a mitred bishop indeed, stands 6 yards to your right. A crevice in its coral side might be a cave mouth. You squeeze through the crevice into a narrow space like a stair. Irregular steps lead down. The silver light is strong here, and it grows stronger with each step downwards. Port Cecil is actually in fallen London now. Fuck yes. Silvery light fills a sea cave dripping from the walls. It condenses to pools of whitish fluid on the uneven floor. Sea sound fills the cave, strong and slow, like the long beating of a heart. On a square slab of coral, someone has set up a game of chess. The pieces are different from the ones used in London. You see the spiraling bishops, the corner roots, the kin, and the terrible cream. As you touch each one, a deep voice whispers its name. Move a paw, move a knight, move a paw. The cat's paw, perhaps, or the skin's paw. This is a safe move. Ah. The cavern breathes around you. That felt charming. Thank you, R. The game soothes the pangs of dissolution in. But I want so to be less. I am tired of thought. Will you help me? Sleep is not enough. I desire no dreams. Will you help? In the flow of the air through the cavern, you hear the voice of the principals, languorously pleading. I offer an assistant, it flutes, and Scintillac. You enjoy Scintillac, aren't you? A rubbery man rises from a cyst in the floor. An iridescent kitcatrice crosses its face. Even in this flood of silvery light, it pulses like a fevered moon. It shuffles closer. So defiant, it wheezes. Unprecedented! A rubbery man capable of human speech in, however, a debased and pitiful a mode. My emissary, the cave whispers. Treat it gently. The whisper follows you back up the steps. Take it to the salt lions. We have another quest, everybody. All right. So the salt lions are over there. So let's say... Let's say we head up to Mount Palmerston, take a brief stop over at Irem, and then start heading over to the Salt Lions. And then we can handle that, go back to Fallen London to investigate the matter of the box, and then buy a flare, and then head back to Visage. Yes. This place is pretty. Oh! Newt to you too. We hear those voices that will not be drowned. This is the sea of voices, where we are close to Polythrium, where none are truly dead. Oh, hello. Hello. Fucking pirates! You dare? You dare? That's what I fucking thought. Fragments of... I have all these stars, I gotta do something with them. Fragments of clay are littered across the deck. They crunch underfoot like potsherds. Unfinished men do not surrender. What do we got? We've got a crate of human souls. A sad little chain of bottled souls. It is hard to be sure if souls have eyes, but when these ones emerge from the sack into the light, they turn their blindly questing faces towards you in what seems like excitement, and then all at once relax. Disappointed? Or relieved? I just fought pirates made out of living clay, and got a crate of human souls from their ship. God, I love this game. What does my Z-Bat see? Something underwater some distance to the northeast. Oh, the fucking skull. Oh, that's a, oh. Polythrium. Oh. Let's stop by real quick. It's on the way. Here is screaming. Taciturn claymen, evasive clothes colonies walking like humans, cobbles that groan underfoot, on the hills above a palace villa of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. What news from Polythrium? Roads royal, bricks quiver. The windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city swells and roars. This convulsion is how clay men are born. Even now, somewhere below, they open their blind-seeming gray eyes. Drink beer that wails from cups that sob, if you like that sort of thing. Carry Claymen to London. An audience with the king with 100 hearts. I think I'll be on my way. So, for reference, the deal with Polythreme is that it is a land where everything is alive. Everything. Hence, here is screaming. What the oh, more pirates? Are you kidding me? Okay, what do you got? A firkin of prisoners' honey. Stay there too long and even your very clothes can become sentient. Yes, it mentioned clothes colonies earlier. Oh wait, there's a thing. Oh, I wonder what going underwater here is like. Dahut. Oh, Christ. Drownies built a copy of London as it never was. A cathedral and houses and fields of flowers, all underwater. The water is cool and luminous, and at the same time, it is breathable air. Gather a report for the Admiralty. This will always generate a port report, but the contents of that report may vary. The more you look, the more you see that you are perhaps not intended to. The cathedral's crypt is a prison. The graveyard is larger than it looks, and the bones are not all buried. The border between the breathable water and the dangerous water is not marked clearly. Some have drowned in crossing over, leaving their possessions scattered on the sea floor. Ask a drownee for the latest news of Dahut. The town is thriving and full of events. The weather has been dismal lately. Hardly a single wreck since St. Aegisthus' day, and then it was only a little yacht with a few sailors aboard. And two of those were able to swim to shore and didn't come to Dahut at all. We just have to hope for the spell to break. Alright. Cool. Ah, the screaming! Anth? Oh, wasn't there one of those side quests that needed me to come here? Pretty sure there was. They call it the City of Flowers, but the flowers are crystals, spiral matrices grown on the walls of Anthian caves. The inhabitants of Anth are at least partly crystal too. They call it going sharp, becoming more perfect and clearer and colder. Wander where you can, gain a preliminary understanding of the place. The inhabitants of Anth go sharp. Not all at once, but piece by piece, they turn to crystal. Good night, Maxwell. Thanks for having you along. They sort themselves by sharpness, too. Thank you. The sharp-handed cluster with others of their kind, ignoring the keen-footed and the brittle-waisted. To progress through Anth is to take on more and more of these attributes, to enter deeper chambers restricted by sharp style. Choose which chambers you would most like to discover. The Anthians speak of a woman named Rosina, dying of a curious disease and sequestered among the sharp-spleened. Access to Anth is restricted by type of sharpness. Those who are sharp in the ears do not necessarily mingle with the sharp-tongued. As for the inhabitants who are sharp throughout their full bodies, they don't circulate much. There is said to be a cavern, broad and shallow-floored, where the perfectly sharp grow old together. They aren't capable of anyone else's company anymore. At least that's what you're told, and you can hardly go and ask. At any rate, they're more like growing crystals than like people, slowly expanding and bonding with the rock. I think I will be off for now. Wait, are there shops here? There are shops here. You can buy an ambiguous eelith or fuel and supplies. The hiccups, they attack me. Let's head back up towards the mount. What? Oh, that's probably lava. Or magma or whatever. From the mountain. That would make sense. Okay, and now here we are at Port Palmerston. Okay. Buy some Zoop. Restock on fuel. And supplies. Cool. This is, we're looking pretty low on supplies and such. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but the road to the Brimstone Convention is paved with cinders. Do they admit visitors to the Brimstone Convention? Probably not. But you never know. They might sell tickets. Look down and see Port Palmerston like a toy and the ruins like gravel. You've come far, but the volcano's cone still rears above you. Rest a little before you go the last half-mile. The road to the crater ends at a brass gate in the crater wall. Beside it stands an oddly charming little cottage. It's thrown together from pumice and basalt, but it features honeysuckle. An equally charming Divaless in a tea gown leans against the cottage wall, twirling a parasol and fanning herself. "I am the guardian of this place," she remarks languidly. "You may not pass. But can I offer you of tea? Of Armillaria tea?" Armillaria? That's not one of the poisonous ones, is it? You're pretty sure it's not. No doubt she'd be much less pleasant if you tried to break down that gate, but just now she's a courteous, soft-voiced woman in a tea gown. The tea is hot and nutty and rather pleasant. She asks about your voyages. She is sick for news of London, its misfits, its knights, its sick, its poor, its fires. She tactfully turns aside questions about the convention, but shares some secrets of the Neath. "Come and see me again," she says. Next time you're here. She shrugs gracefully. Bring me a present if you like. Okay, cool. A port report. Okay. Now, we're gonna jaunt over to Irem real quick and grab a strange catch for the clattery air. Ah, Irem is so pretty. Okay. Let's compile a port report again. And we can buy a strange catch. Excellent. Can buy a searing enigma for 5 extraordinary implications. Interesting, interesting. Noted for later. We need 7 of those for the dread surmise, as you may recall. Always 7. 7 into 7 into 7. Regardless. Oh, he's a cook? Hmm. Okay. Let's speak to the clattery air. There's flensing, deboning, and orderly arranging of scales from large to small. There was a creature. This was the creature's favorite organ, she says, working briskly with tweezers and blade. Don't touch it. The purple bits are toxic. She only turns to personal matters when she's had a chance to rinse her fingers. I get my proficiency with metal from both sides of the family. She watches, she says, watching your expression closely. Then, Mother was a favorite with Mr. Iron. She says they only work together. Then Mr. Iron sponsored her work and provided her with tools. Sharper tools that do not bend so easily. Okay, so now we need a live specimen. Wherever one goes about acquiring that. Wait a moment. I believe that I remember doing this. Back in the Utter Shroom, you can use a strange catch to get a live specimen. So let me do that. Gonna buy another strange catch. Can I do anything now that I have... Oh? Sacrifice a lamentable relic for 2 moves in the great game. Interesting. Would stay longer to these comfy vibes, but I'm traveling tomorrow, so I gotta make sure I'm all set. Yeah! Yes! Yes, yes. Thank you for stopping by, Salty Boy, and I wish you well on your voyage. Okay, we're on course, right? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's gonna take a while, but we're gonna get there. Later. The music in this game is so good. I love it. Oh, a rat barge. That's it, is it? Ha! Let's see what they've got. We got another thing of fuel. Nice. I think there's another Z port over there. Let's go investigate. Oh, there's a light ship. I think that's... That doesn't have anything for us. Good to know that it's there, though. Okay, the salt lions wait. Ah, fog's rolling in. Wonderful. How many of those secrets do I have? I have... a great many, 16.
Outriders.
You've brought the Nacreus outcast here. With luck, it knows why. You'll need Salt's attention to continue. Okay. A mile report for funsies. Oh, and then since Venderbite's right there, we can deliver our Fluke Core. Oh, our supplies are getting very low. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, especially if there's a crab. Butcher it for supplies. All right, bring that hunger back down. Good, good, good. What happens if you run out of supplies? You have to make do. You know. There are options. Don't be. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see if we need to get there. We probably don't. Okay. We can sell off that cask of mushroom wine. Someone is trying to get your attention. One of the tomb colonists takes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the clattery air. The tomb colonist draws you a little ways away from the clattery air.
Don't tell her you met me,
He says in a hoarse rasp.
Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to.
He wheezes.
Didn't work. Operations never completely effective. Need to know my daughter as well. Happy. Finding enough patients. Getting enough to eat and so forth.
In exchange for the simplest news, he repeats himself.
I'm her father,
He says.
ordinary engineer. Not the sort of parent she would want.
Fascinating. Yes, give it your colossal fluke core.
Yes, end it. I will find my own ending.
At its direction, you place the core in a bath of frothing acid. It dissolves slowly. Irigo vapors ascend and sneak into your mouth, eyes, heart. For a long minute, you forget who you are. When you return of yourself, no trace of the fluke remains.
Thank you.
The curator whispers.
Perhaps you have saved me from the sanatorium. And perhaps the emergence will be less painful.
Its chest pulses feebly. You accept a single huge black pearl. The curator's fancies grow worse, but it pays well. Alright, that just leaves Cosmogon, Apollyon, Violent, and Vyric. Excellent, excellent. Let's talk to the air about it. Tell her about meeting her father. Okay. We need to further along the side quest first. Yeah, we'll make it there, alright. I would like my terror to stay below 50, if at all possible, so I do not suffer from nightmares. Oh, we are now out of supplies. Just in fucking time. Okay. The crew fucking died. No, not today. Adventurer's desires, give this man the zoop. Oh, and 7 eccentric artifacts, 1,500 echoes! Fuck yes. Bolts of spider silk. And more zoop. Okay. Alright, our echo problem has been more than solved. Thank you, Oh.
Hello. Come in. Sit down. I believe you have some news about my wife. I paid the ransom. Of course I did, and of course I haven't heard anything more. Please, where is she? What happened?
Tell him the truth, however horrible. The bees, the cages, the slow and agonizing theft of her memories.
I had heard terrible things of the Isle of Cats, but I had never imagined... How? How did she come to that?
Tell him of the captain's gambling debts and brothel bill. Let him know what kind of woman he married. Of course, perhaps he already knew.
Yes. Yes, when we were married, she admitted certain predilections. But I wish... But I know how it is for a Z captain. I would have forgiven her anything. If only she had returned to me. But why the Isle of Cats? What was she doing in that sump of malice?
Tell him his wife was a red honey smuggler. Red honey. So vile it's not even illegal.
I'd never imagined... You're sure? Of course. Of course. I don't mean to question your honesty, but red honey! I'm sorry. I need a moment to collect my thoughts. You know, her captors let her write to me. At the bottom of the letter, she added a phrase I never understood. Only those who do nothing make no errors. I think perhaps I understand it now.
All right. Time to open the box. Only those who do nothing make no errors. Within, a soul glowing like a hidden star. Heaped sapphires from the elder continent, a Presbyterian heart cup, a water-stained journal blurred to near unreadability, an account of a failed expedition to the Mountain of Light. What's red honey? Don't worry about it. It comes from the Isle of Cats, that's all you need to know. That's all I figured out, even. We now have a judgment's egg. Is this a soul? It's pale and bright. Souls like this, they say, are the spores of strange gods. Very good, very good. Buy a flare. Buy the hell out of this! let's submit our port reports. Mount Palmerston, the Uttershroom, the Mangrove College, the Isle of Cats. Yes, well, we did rather know about his rose gardens. Not good news that they're prospering, though. Really should have nipped it in the, if you'll allow me, bud. Huh? And trading with the Khanate, with the Iron Republic, bother. I mean, to have a meeting about this. Polythreme, Visage, Kilminate, Fathom King's Hold, Khan's Shadow, Irem, the Salt Lions, Dahut, the Gantpole, Anth, and that is all. Oh, we have so much fuel. We have so much fucking fuel. A little bit too much fuel, actually. That's fine. Read the Read the morning papers. Visit your study. Sell off that crate of human souls. Keep the honey, I think. Your lodgings. Rest. And rest. And rest. Visit your study. Another heirloom. Good, good, good. Okay. So now, what all do we have? We have an extraordinary implication. 4 more of those and we can get another enigma. We have 3 enigmas right now. An outlandish artifact, 2 lamentable relics. The figurehead of the Eater of Names. Buy some more supplies. We have our flare for Visage. Alright, we also have the Adventuress, who wants the to go to the Empire of Hands. Right, right. We also have secrets. So many secrets. Okay, let's pause and get a layout of things here. So we need Salt's attention in order to get the business with the Salt Lions. What was the... How do you get Salt's attention again? I will be right back, actually. My hiccuping fit has reminded me that my water is empty once again. Be back. Hi. Okay, so I think here's the plan. So we swing, so our current objectives are Toasty the Toaster. It's like normal prisoners, honey, but it teleports you to dreams of violence. Does it now? Fascinating. Also, hello. Toasty, welcome. So I think the plan is to head up to Wither, get Salt's attention, go back down to the Salt Lions, handle the business with the Outcast, then head further back down to the Utter Shroom so that we can get a live specimen for the Clattery Air. Then, from there, head... Where's Visage? Where is that place? What's the Mangrove College? There's Visage. And then from the Utter Shroom, we can head over here to Visage and handle the Visage business. And then head over to Port Cecil, because we're probably going to need to go there. Well, actually, maybe it would make more sense to go to Wither, and then the Salt Lions, and then Port Cecil. Oh, thank you for the follow, Toasty. And then head around here, back to London. That makes more sense, yeah. Okay. Although, before we do, let's... increase some of our stats here. Let's increase Veils by, like, 4. And then increase Mirrors another 4. Leaves us with 8 secrets. Huh. You need a Searing Enigma just in order to talk to this lady, huh? Well, unfortunately, I am collecting those. Alright. We are set. Let us be off. Oh, I probably should have gotten my hull repaired while I was there, huh? Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Nothing bad ever happens to the Pengies. No, of course not. We are simply built different. Let's head by over here for a quick port report. I do have that strange catch my hold. Yes? Yes. Okay. Oh, there's a Lifeberg there. What? Come here. Aha! Take a moment to enjoy your victory, then poke through the fragments. Concentrate on gathering treasures. You need money more than edibles. A hunting trophy and 3 outlandish artifacts. Nice. Here we are in Wither. The House of the Question. Northwest of Withertown, the House of the Question stands alone. Here, the initiates of the house make offerings to the 3 gods of the deep sea, and perhaps a 4th, who is not a god. It's the one place in Wither where you can sometimes get a straight answer, for a price. Gain Salt's attention. The walls around Salt's shrine are written over with tales. Bring it a story. Ah, you need a Z story and a secret. I have those. Your words sink into the silence like stones into quicksand. The initiate listens, eyes closed, committing every detail to memory. Leave now. If you see where I write your story, it's the worst kind of luck. Ask about the drowned man. The initiates of the house are reluctant to speak of him, but you may be able to bribe them enough to gain a few tenuous snippets. He is not a god. He came from the north, where it is too cold for gods, and to the north he will return. If you go north, nothing of you will remain. Let's gather some intelligence here. Okay. I had to fuss with my hair for a bit. Okay. We've gathered Salt's attention at Wither, and now we head for the Salt Lions. Let's stop by Codex first. Oh. Trade a lamentable relic for 3 unread logs. What the hell is an unread log? In any case. To the Salt Lions we go. Oh, the Corvette again! The one that has the pirate poet on it. Get back here. There we are, there we are. And there she is again. You could just fish her out. Again. But she said to herself the last time you'd cross paths she'd hate to have to spread the word that you've gone soft. A lifeboat? Oh dear, no. What would people say? The pirate poet glares up at you as the life buoy hits the water, but she grabs it regardless. Your message is received, and her look makes it quite clear that for this there will be a reckoning. The half-glimpsed smirk as she turns away, though, suggests that it is a challenge she is already looking forward to. Alright, here we are. The face of the northern sphinx is all but gone, but the nacreous outcast scrambles doggedly up. It pauses at the top, then flips into the air, an arc as precise as a compass line, down into the darkness of the Z. It's gone with barely a splash. You wait. There is no reason for alarm. It can probably breathe water. You wait longer. There is a certain degree of decorous alarm. Longer still, and the alarm manifests in the form of sailors clustering casually by the rail, only casually, because no one would admit any concern for the fate of a rubbery man. The rubbery man surfaces. It mounts the steps to the quay with the ceremonious delight of a vicar mounting the steps to a pulpit. It holds a sphinx stone chess piece aloft in its hand.
Principles,
it wheezes. So we return to the principles, presumably. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I've got to go use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Now we shall continue. Hello, we're back. Okay, so now we are going to set sail for Port Cecil. And then Visage, and then the Utter Shroom, and then back to London. Oh, this is nothing. You are nothing! Truly nothing. Got supplies and fuel, and more supplies. Great, I needed more of those. Just course a little ways this way. It's so funny, I made such a big deal out of fighting the Eater of Names, and like, it kind of went down like a bitch. I was expecting to like, have it put up a really good fight, or also to just get my ass kicked and have it be really funny. But no, neither. Oh. More pirates. More degenerates. How dare you sail these seas as I do. What do we got? We got more honey. Neat. Let's take a brief stop to Khan's glory. Oh no, wait, I meant Khan's heart. That was the one that we need. There we go. And let's wander around a little bit. Above, the roof beneath is black, impassive, prickled with false stars, but the Kongyans still remember the sky. You pass an open-walled shrine with a domed roof. The interior is painted a deep blue indigo. Citizens kneel before it while a blue priest speaks. As he reaches the climax of his prayer, a rosy golden light swells inside the dome. The worshippers murmur in complacent delight. The dome is now a perfect, heartbreaking, morning sky blue, a color you haven't seen for how long? Filament bulbs. Your bosun whispers importantly beside you. Give me honest gaslight any day. Alright, we can buy spider silk. What did it need? 21? I think I'll wait on... Oh no, I don't even have the cargo space for that right now. Okay, yeah, no, that'll need to wait for later. On to Visage we go. Oh, right, wait, and, the guy... Oh, well, the King Eater's castle is a ways out. I think that'll have to wait until later. Okay, yeah, we're on the way. I like that you could just kind of kick back, relax, and not touch the keyboard for a little bit once you have your path charted. There we are. Oh, it's another shark. All right. Now, we just do all of this shit. Again. Trade with the moth. Visit the guy. Do this. Do that. Get another outlandish artifact, might as well. Okay, we're back. It is a festival day. The great stone face has been illuminated from forehead to chin with blazing torches, so that the profile is visible from the side more clearly than you have ever seen it. Flourishing of eyes is awake, says the genderless figure in the crocodile mask. Fall in line with the others, secretly bringing a flare with you. Perhaps you will need it in the darkness where you are going. It is a risk to bring it, but it would also be a risk to go without. You conceal the flare in the folds of your robe and fall into the procession. May your sins weigh as stone, says the man in the jackal face as you fall into line ahead of him. The road you follow leads up through switchbacks along the side of the face, and finally to the ear of flourishing of years, and into the cave that is her ear. The tunnel bends back on itself, and all lights have now been extinguished. There is nothing to guide you but the hand of the person behind you on your back, and the movement of the person in front of you. The one who walks beside you wears a bat mask. Fortunately, the floor of the tunnel is very smooth and presents no stumbling blocks. Sound carries strangely in this place, however. Sometimes you cannot hear your own footsteps, and sometimes a breath comes back to you, audible from some place ahead in line. Continue. In the footsteps of the people are already steady and synchronized, and you go together. For how many years has this been done? And for how many will it be done in the future? Watch your step here, says Bat Mask to you in an under voice. Its accent is the accent of Wolfsack Docks. Excuse me. Floor's about to get squishier. And sure enough, it does. At last, the tunnel opens out. You and all the other congregants spread out in a cavernous space. A floor speaks in the darkness, a ritual preparation. Here at the new year, we gather under the one mask of flourishing of years. Her face is turned to the gods. Protected by her mask, we may remove our own. Protected by her script, we may speak outside our parts. Here and there is the sound of people fumbling with ties and strings. Your own face feels different with the mask off. Tell one of your own secrets. All this time under the mask. It would be freeing. You begin to speak. Certain weights lift away. You have been in the wrong from time to time, but it is forgivable. The hour of confidence is drawing to its end. If there is anything else you need to do, now is the time. Oh. Set off a flare allowing you to see everyone, or set off a flare, shine a light on the bat-faced figure. Set off a flare allowing you to see everyone. The light is so sudden, so searing that someone screams. All around you are all sorts of things. Some are human, but you see other faces. Rubbery, clay, some unrecognizably altered. The chief geometer, with his mask off, doesn't seem to be bothering to wear a face at all. Many faces are wet with tears. No one welcomes the blaze of light. Someone throws a cloak over the flare, a mistake, because of course it only begins to burn. After that, someone manages to douse both flare and cloak. Who in this crowd was carrying a bucket of water? But it is put out, and someone's hands are clamped firm around your wrist. And that is the last you see of Visage. You are taken blind back to the docks, your face covered in a black cloth that is no mask at all. Oh, we got a searing enigma out of that! Oh, fuck yeah! Hell yes! Oh. He glances nervously back at the face in the hill, but his handshake is strong. He seeks passage to the Church of Low Barnet beneath the Z just outside London. His suit is well tailored for an itinerant preacher. His cufflinks wink with sapphires. Offer passage for knowledge. Ah, he gives a knowing smile. You travel to learn as well as to trade, my lady. I myself am studying the religions of the Untersee. By extracting the most admirable elements of each, I wish to construct a modern, superior faith. I understand the value, the spiritual value, of course, of hidden knowledge. Once on board, he insists you find a quiet cabin and whispers one of the secrets he's learned in your ear. Now that is interesting. Cool! We violated sacred rituals. Wahoo! Also, fuck, I forgot to go to Port Cecil on my way down here. Shark. Supplies and a hunting trophy. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Okay, we got more supplies. Good, good, good. Exactly what I wanted. Alright. The outcast toggles eagerly over to the chessboard to place the Sphinx stone piece at one corner. Oh, yes. The voice of the principal sighs. Oh, yes, that will be very good. But I ache so to be reduced, to be less. Will you bring more? I will pay most in Scintillac and in secrets. Yes, I'll need to complete my chess set, and then you'll need to defeat me. Bring me a wakeful idol to be my new bishop. Bring me a monster's tooth to be my new knight. Bring me a heart-shelled sliver to be my new root. Bring me a little flint to be my new paw. And bring me a fluke core for my kin. At each phrase, the outcast nods and sways, nods and sways. Somehow, it looks frightened. We have a couple of those things, I think. A piece of Stygian ivory. We don't necessarily need this for my dissolution. The others are tools. This is ornament. But ivory in chess is asked, aren't we? My emissary has your payment. A little of me. There I shine. And a secret. The spiders of Savior's rocks, crush them, made arrangements with my cousin. Bargains to blind a monster. Remember that. There are many alliances. Got so much fucking Scintillac. Okay. And then... Oh, do I need something awaits you every single time? Okay, so we'll have to come back later. That's fine. Oh? Another moray. There we are. I have a cask of mushroom wine. Huh. Slaps top of Pengy's ship. This bad boy can fit so much Scintillac in it. True! The Fathom King likes Scintillac, doesn't he? It's on the way. Yeah. Oh, and we need to, get some candles for the, mangrove collar, the wisp ways, I believe it was. Okay. Yes, it should be this way. Goodbye, Visage. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Oh, another shark. Ow. Okay, more fragments. Good, good, good. Yet another hunting trophy. Here we are. Oh. Oh wait, is that the... Oh, it's the Pirate Poet Corvette again. Alright, let's go. See what she's got for us this time. Once again, you are the victor. Words are no longer needed. The pirate poet bows her head, acknowledges your victory. Next time, though, a slight smile adds, do not expect her to go so easy on you. A bale of parabola linen. Nice. Also 500 echoes, fuck yes. Here we are, the Fathom King's Hold. Alright. Trade for a white molly flower. It looks like a fish in water and a flower in air. The Drownies recommend owning one if you are going to their cousins at Dahut. Place it in water if it needs reviving. Crush it and bite it when the need arises. It is proof against seeing things that aren't there, which is the only trick they know in Dahut. A sniff and a jealous song go with this observation. Interesting. We should go to Dahut sometime now that we have that then. It is said you may eat it if you ever need to break an illusion at Dahut, but be cautious. Interesting. Now, to the other shroom we go. So we have the vital intelligence, we have the figurehead. Now we just need the searing enigmas. Which really, if I wanted, I could just farm the searing enigmas and just buy them over at IREM? I could. I don't know. I'll have to think about how best I want to do that. Okay. Alright, you can trade the honey for supplies and Blemigan. Always more Blemigan. More Blemigan. Okay. Gather intelligence. Experiment with your strange catch. And now I have a live specimen. And so now... Find her during an operation. Does the blood of London's cowled masters really run through her veins? You sit with her in a surgery lined with bottles of preserved and pickled body parts. I can't offer you proof, she says. The only strange tongue I speak is my mother's, which is ancient, but human. Blades can cut me. I'm not immune to fire, though perhaps the masters are not either. But I have not met anyone who shares my particular skills, and I know my mother. I cannot see her in any ordinary liaison with an ordinary man, much less a husband. She was in her 3rd millennium when she bore me. On her shelf, she keeps things preserved in alcohol or packed in oil, things she cut from patients. These are souvenirs, she says. Here's the patch of skin from the palm of a woman's hand. I took it from her in order to cure her of the urge to adultery. Now she wears gloves. But she's kept her marriage. There's more difficult work I could be doing. She is playing her blade between her fingers. Did you know my mother operated on the bazaar itself? She cut away its claydent lobe so it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. But the operation changed it. She got some of the ichor on his skin. It's dinner time. Yeah! See you later, maybe. To acquire a Clattery souvenir, you must find something for the heir to operate on. Certain unusual items might do, or you can find opportunities to gain one at some ports. Okay. Let's head down to Port Carnelian. Port report. fulfill your spy's needs? Seek another opportunity. I don't have any romantic literature on me. I do have secrets, though. A rival agent besets your network. You need to draw them out. No spy could resist these secrets and maintain a shred of personal respect. Your quarry betrays himself. Your agents pursue him into the fungal jungle. The matter ends with knives in the violet shadows and blood on the stalk. What else? Okay, more romantic literature. So now let's head back over to London. Oh wait, I should get supplies from Port Carnelian while I'm here. They're super cheaper. Sell off that mushroom line. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, so what all do we have? We have the guy who wants to go to King Eater's castle. We have the principals. We still need to get our hands on more searing enigmas somehow, some way. And then that's it. Really. Oh, and then the Venturer. Whatever the Venturer needs. Ah, the Republic. Might as well stop by while we're in the area. The Iron Republic's always been one of my favorite areas. Compile a port report. Oh, we've lost 1 hearts. Huh. Put a Blemmigan ashore. How will nature fare in a place which defies its laws? The Blemmigan spins boldly down the gangplank. It seems startled when it meets itself on the quay. Twice. Its duplicates bob solicitously, like ambassadors greeting their peers, and continue past it up into your ship. The first Blemmigan vanishes into the crowd. The other 2 peer up at you as if to say, "Are we quite finished here?" Oh, so I just have the Blemmigan just duplicated itself. Good. Very glad. Market of Hungers, the cavalry doctrine. On days such as this, the market is filled with crucified dragons and laws in waiting. They whistle a welcome. Visit the Shops tab. The merchants in their doctrine masks will accept echoes. Huh. Oh, we can buy coffee. Coffee and fuel drip from dragon teats. You know what? The canal is right up here. Wait, we need way more fuel than that, don't we? Ah, we can hit by it. We can stop by it on the way. To Blemigan ashore. Ah, this place is stone and iron. Even Blemigans cannot set root here. Okay, yeah, we need a lot more fuel. Right, because it's 10 on every trip. Right, that guy said that he wanted to go to Low Barnet. Right. Crabs. Crabs, crabs, crabs. I really do like this game for just relaxing, chilling, good vibes. Good vibes, I say, about the game that is fucking eldritch, cosmic horror and shit. Okay. So now... let's rest off some of this terror for starters. What do you want? You want either more Zoop or bolts of spider silk. Probably sell this Scintillac here, can't I? Yeah! Sell the casket of sapphires. I need the Stygian ivory. Keep the beans. Sell the parabola linen. Since we have it. Okay, and port reports. And Bite, and Wither, and Commune Canal, and Utter Shroom, and Iron Republic, and Visage. Carnelian Codex, Phantom King's Hold, Salt Lions. There, now we have a lot more fuel. Alright, we should probably repair the hull. There we are. Okay. So let's see. We have business at Port Cecil. Okay, wait. I'm gonna bring out my little notepad and everything. The Venturer needs Zoop from Mount Palmerston. Or Spider Silk, but the Zoop will take less whole space. Let's take a look in our journal. We have the side quest in Al Ghul. We have the side quest in Anth. Oh, right, the information from Anth for Khan's Glory. We have Dahut. The ability to see through the glamours of the Drownies. We have the Empire of Hands for the Adventuress. Right. We have... We have Hideaway for the Investigator. We have the Isle of Cats stuff. We have Low Barnet. We have... Oh, right, the Wistful Deviless at Mount Palmerston. Have a Wakeful Idol, Heart-Shelled Silk. That looks like the art for Station 3. A Fluke Core, and that looks like an Ambiguous Eolith. Ambiguous Eolith. Wakeful Idol. Can't we get a Wakeful Idol by trading it? Where do you do that? There was some place where you could trade, I think it was an artifact for Wakeful Idols. Oh wait, no, those are Watchful Curios. How do you get a Wakeful Idol, then? Oh right, it was the hunting trophy in Khan's Shadow. Right, do we still have a hunting trophy? We got plenty of those. Okay, so we can go by Khan's Shadow to get that. Mount Palmerston for the Zoop, and also... she said... Okay. Khan's Shadow for the Idol. Wait, didn't a curio, and wasn't the curio required for one of the interactions in Polythreme? Okay, so Con Shadow... Oh god, there's so much to keep track of. There's so much. Okay. Polythreum and Con's Shadow for that business. And then... Low Barnet is just right here. We can just go right here. The canal... Okay, hold on. I need to... I need to sell these fucking beans. So I'm gonna head out and start doing that regardless. Because we have business in Con's Shadow, Polythreum, Low Barnet, Port Cecil, Mount Palmerston. And then... the Empire of Hands, right, for the Adventuress. And then also Dahut. Not even gonna bother with that. Dahut, Hideaway, and... what else? What else? Al Ghul. Rosegate. Right. And then Scrimshander. And also on the Undercrow. God, we got a lot. Oh, right, and then there was the business at Varkus. Right. Okay, okay, okay. And then also King Eater's Castle. That business as well. Okay. Okay, so I think what we're probably gonna do is... we're gonna go to the canal, we're gonna sell our beans, head down to the Iron Republic and grab some fuel, and then... oh, there's quite a bit we do. We need to go to Khan's Shadow to get the... okay, I'll figure it out once I've sold all of my beans on the surface. Bun is back. Hello. Okay, travel to the surface. Pick up a port report first, then travel to the surface. To Naples. Purchase a bit of fuel, just a bit, just in case. Buy a train ticket to Vienna. And deliver coffee. 1,200 echoes. Each day, the proprietor waves at the bustling blaze of the cafe. We draw a little nearer to bankruptcy. Your coffee helps delay our demise, if only by a week or two. I'm grateful, I suppose. Here, this is all I can afford to pay you. Excellent. And now we return home. well, moth at the moment, but on the internet, no one knows you're plural. True. Yes, the music in this game is so good. I'm pretty sure the soundtrack is on Bandcamp. So... I will yoink that. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's head down to the Republic and buy a shit ton of fuel, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. So many things to yoink once I have income. Make it true. So true. God. Okay. Alright, that'll need to last me a while. Like a subscription to... What? Huh? It didn't... It censored it. Automod censored it. Oh, it did. Oh, you were making a joke. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So... Oh. You flattered me. So we head down to Adam's Way, stopping by whatever this is. Oh, that's just a light ship. Okay. Okay, so the Empire of Hands is up there. Con Shadow, Port Cecil, Polythreme, Empire of Hands, Irem, and Dahut, right. Sea Lilies. Reef of Rose, that's probably where Rosegate is, isn't it? Station 3, right. Wasn't Irem selling a Sooth and Copper long box, which you need to get into Irem? I do believe so. The wait! On Demo Island, if you bring them 2 strange catches, you can exchange it for a Sooth and Copper long box. I remember that now. Read that as Bunny Reefs instead of Bonnie Reefs. Bunny Reefs, the reef where the bunnies live. Okay, but that would take... But the Sooth and Copper long box costs a pretty fucking penny. Wait a moment, the Shepherd Isles. The Shepherd Isles, you can also trade for the Sooth and Copper long box. Okay, and that's just, like, right there. That's just right there. Right, okay. I'm remembering things. I do have the wiki pulled up just because I can't, like, go... I would be taking notes if I had the brain space for that, but, you know. That's a lot of effort. So, okay. So we head down here to Adam's Way. We travel along the south coast. We see if we can hit King Eater's castle. Then we go back up to... Oh, no, wait, we need to go to Con Shadow. Ugh, okay, why does King Eater's castle have to be so fucking far out of the way? Okay, King Eater's castle we'll deal with later. We'll deal with that later. Maybe do the Varkas quest along the way. Yeah. So we go up here to Khan's Shadow. Then we go to Port Cecil, deliver another thing. Go to Polythreum and figure out whatever the hell is going on with the, yeah. Stop by Dahut. Just for fun. Oh, maybe stop by Pigmote Isle. It's been a while. Then go to the Empire of Hands, then go by Irem, and... Oh no, go by Mount Palmerston instead, because, need Zoop. And also to resupply and stuff. Okay. So our course is this away. How much is this game, by the way? I think it's like somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 bucks. Which, like, for the amount of stuff in this game is, like, really good. Also, all of the submarine stuff is part of a DLC that I think is, like, 10 bucks. But given how much it's been adding to the game, I would say it's definitely worth it. Oh, hello! Perish. Yeah! Oh! Well, we now have a strange catch. Pigmote Isle. Rat Town. Help Marinia resolve a dilemma. A guilty rodent stands, his head bowed. The aide pushes him forward. "Airless advisor, this trader stole food from our stores. To feed a sick child, he claims. Do we show mercy, or make an example of the wretch?" A new nation cannot afford to set such a precedent. The execution is kept as painless as possible, but conducted in public. Citizens argue bitterly about whether what they witness can be called justice, but its impact is clear. Few dare risk theft again. Visit the Cavi Ghetto. Marinia has not been kind to its enemies. Smuggle food into the ghetto. The Cavis have little to offer except their gratitude. Yeah. The delivery coincides with an inspection by the rats. The ranking engineer is willing to search even the hairless advisor for contraband. He orders the Cavis assembled and has the food burned in front of them. A pair of guards fan the smell into their faces. "Better than vermin deserves," declares the rat, turning to address the whimpering crowd. "I hope you enjoyed your meal. You will see no more charity from your betters." Compile a port report. Alright, well that didn't go very well. Going the right way? Yeah. Put a Blemigan ashore. The Blemigan propels itself into a springing leap, up to a bulbous trunk, around, into the thickets. It whistles as it goes, and deeper in the fungal jungle, a whistling rises in response. There are already Blemigans here. Okay. The funging station will be left behind us for now. Just stopping by. Oh. Aha! The Corvette once again! Your aim sucks, bloody. Ow. Ah, okay. Oh shit, that's a lot of supplies. You know what? Let's head back to Pig Mode Isle real quick. No, it's pretty far out of the way. It'll have to wait. A funging station, huh? Cryptoplasma ain't that true? Me on my way to funge all of the token. Man, are NFTs like, and like crypto shit, is that even like a thing anymore? I feel like I haven't heard anything about that for a while, but then again, I did uninstall Twitter semi-recently, so that might have more to do with it. One good yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's wander Khan's heart. Ah, this again. Another outlandish artifact. Lots of people seem to know the scam by now. Good! Very good. Okay, now we stop by Khan's shadow. Okay, hello! Hello, pirates and rascals and all of the such. Compile it, wait. Oh, I need something awaits you, don't I? Put a Blemmingen ashore. The exiles are unlikely to be bothered by one more outcast. The Blemmingen disappears into the moist shadows of a nearby wreck. A shadow watches it go. Mushrooms, she says cheerfully. I've missed mushrooms. Okay, so I'm just gonna meander around until I have something awaits you again. What the fuck? Oh. That's a looter. Until the sixth candle was extinguished. Now we all watched the flame as it stood up, as it were on tiptoe, taller and bluer with each heartbeat. Its light grew brighter in the moments before it failed, so that I saw the faces of all my companions, drawn in white as if we were already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself up like a dancer and was extinguished. Dark fell upon us like a wave, and I heard the hatchlings uncoil. Ah, there we go. Okay. His tools are laid before him in a neat row. He grinds, he chips, he engraves, he mutters in a half-dozen languages of the Presbyterian. Bedtime for me, good night. Yeah! Yeah, thank you, Grius. Hope you have a good rest. Soon 4 little blocky figures of bone stand in a row before him. Their eyes are wide and angry. Saw these in the Elder Continent once. Still do when I sleep, or when my mind wanders. He drops them into your palm. No charge. If they start watching you, maybe they'll stop watching me. Cool and good and cool and good and cool and good. Okay, so now we head to Port Cecil. Port Cecil's actually a little bit down this way. You're so good at voice acting, it's actually— Aw, thank you! I actually— so, you wanna know how I got so good at voice acting? I'll tell you how I got so good at voice acting. I read books out loud as a child, a lot. I would just sit in my bed late at night and just read my favorite books out loud. Wait, what? Do I not— what? Hold on, what? Okay, so apparently a watchful idol is not the same as a watchful curio. Got it. Okay, to Polythreme we go. But yeah, no, I would just read my books out loud to myself, and, like, you know, when I was writing out a character or something of the such, or when I was reading out a character's dialogue, I would want to give them a voice that I thought made sense for them, because they don't talk like I talk, so I'm gonna talk how they talk. And I just kept doing that a lot, like, for years of my life, and that's how we ended up here, basically. I want to get better at voice acting, so perhaps I'll... Yeah! I mean, like, the thing with voice acting and, like, the thing with training your voice in general is you just gotta do it a lot. Okay. Gather intelligence. An audience with the king with the 100 hearts. The clay broker, leaning on his copper staff, examines you coolly.
The king will see your little friend.
He says,
No, he won't see you. Not just now.
He gestures for you to hand him the watchful curio. That night, the hill of Polythreme quakes. The words on the walls uncurl themselves. The birth cries are everywhere heard as clay men sit up, opening incurious eyes, awaiting their tithing to London. The clay broker waits on the quayside. On the flat palm of his broad hand, the watchful curio squats, but it has changed.
Our regards to Stone,
is all he says. Oh, you now have a wakeful idol. Okay. Got it. So that's how you get one of those. I love that you get Terra just for taking in the news here. Yeah. Wait, can I just do that over and over again? I can just do that over and over again. Fuck yeah. Put a blending in the shore. Who knows what the living furniture will make of it? The last you see of your violet murder fungus, it seems to be flirting with a fanged water pump. Strange bid, fellows. But yeah, no, why, I mean, like, here is screaming. So, like, yeah. Okay, east we go to the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight, lest the Pentecost apes take them from us. Oh, right, the port is over this way. It's a big fucking ship. What is that? Oh, if that's another fluke, then we are in business. Come here. Come here. A savage Lorn fluke! To battle we go! Ah, fuck. It screams! It screams in languages best kept dead! Look at this nerd sailing on a boat. I am sailing on a boat. Sir, I think your sprite's still missing. I think your sprite still isn't there yet. Ow! Ow, this thing fucking hurts. There we go. Its pulpy flesh shivers with the energies of its failing language. Examine its corpse. Ha! We got another fluke core for the principals. Okay, good. Good. Glad we could do that on our way here. The delightful adventuress leans over the rail of the ship, sniffing the humid air with evident distaste. What a filthy, damp little place. Oh well, we shall endure. At the sight of the mayor hobbling up, she straightens. A thin, insincere smile spreads across her face. Ah, you there, my good primitive, she calls, striding down the ramp and clasping his arm tight. Now then, I come in search of your first emperor's vault, and for that I shall be needing a few things. Some of your finest workers, and tools, and some food. Do you understand me? She shakes her head, barely waiting for a response. F-O-O-D, she repeats. Comprendas? Oh dear, I see we shall be here for a while. Listen, I hear you fellows rather like souls. Shall we discuss that, like higher primates? Barnabas stays to settle up, while his mistress negotiates the value of her soul with the mayor. Barnabas removes his mask, with what looks to be a silent moment of great relief. Underneath is nothing. Just a flat surface where his face should have been. Ah, an unfinished clay man. One of those flawed products of polythreum that follow their own rules. If only you'd known that before he boarded. Of course, that's why the adventuress never mentioned it. He silently presents you with your agreed fee, dips his head in a polite bow, and lumbers back to his mistress. It appears she struck a deal with the mayor. The delightful adventuress will establish a base camp on Fountainhead Island. She welcomes your assistance as one who has proven to not be entirely useless. Compile a port report. And let's go see that on Fountainhead Island. Visit the delightful adventuress's camp. With a small army of monkeys bought with her soul, she excavates the vault of the first emperor. The delightful adventuress, helped by her faceless clayman bodyguard Barnabas and a small group of worker monkeys hired for the price of her soul, works to excavate the vault of the first emperor. The delightful adventuress has already uncovered and put aside many treasures. A small statue amongst them looks particularly interesting. Nobody is watching, at least you don't think so. It's hard to tell, with Barnabas's blank face giving nothing away. Can he see? He seems to be able to, somehow. In any event, he makes no move to raise an alarm, as you take the small trinket. Speak with the delightful adventuress. She prepares to make her run on the vault. Oh, it's you! Of course, help me with these blasted maps, would you? The monkeys are quite clueless. She shakes her head. They claim our souls uplift them, but if you ask me, it's just a case of monkey see, monkey do. Can you believe they think that Zeppelin of theirs will let them create a new empire? Wait, you there! Take that out of your mouth this very second! Its stone entrance dominates a small clearing. It may look centuries old, but this entryway is relatively new. The monkeys can never leave alone, always adding bits on as their whims demand. This tribute to the Empire's first and greatest has been constructed over generations by monkeys working with stolen ideas of what an ancient tomb should be. The delightful adventuress flits back and forth between her base camp and the vault entrance. To rush, darling, is to court tragedy. The delightful adventuress pays barely any attention to you as she prepares. She is not yet ready to open the vault. You should return later when she has a chance to organize her monkey workers. This may take a while. Return to the boat. And I think now... An audience with the civilized mayor talk business? Why, yes. Yes, of course we shall. But after a cup of tea. One must do these things correctly. Darling, do come in, the civilized mayor purrs. Whatever can I do for you? The soul of the delightful adventuress sits comfortably in him, a four-souled ape of cold ambition and very few scruples. Acquire fresh supplies, emergency fuel, excuse yourself. They still demand a gift worthy of the Emperor to open up their court. Yes, the gates are guarded by two armored monkeys that would look adorable if not for the blood on their bayonets. Humans are not welcome without an invitation or a worthy gift for the Emperor. Which I have now. The stench and heat as the gates open are a sucker punch to your senses. Inside, the stagnant air of the windowless wood palace hangs with sweat and tastes of hair. Everything is filthy, and every surface used. The apes as likely to swing across the roof as walk the floors. In prized oases of relative calm, the high-souled conduct themselves with the poise of high-born lords and ladies. Around them, their barely uplifted lessers scamper around exhausted, taking orders and cruelties from all who care to dispense them. In the middle are countless more, a sea of apes longing for advancement and fighting for what they have with tooth, claw, and low cunning. Emperor Crispin IV holds court in the heart of his palace. None may speak without permission, but the voice of the Emperor is still the least heard of all. To step into his throne room is to step into another world, a polished one of cool and blessed quiet that already feels as alien as it is pleasant. The Emperor sits on his throne, wrapped in robes of violet and wearing an ornate golden mask. He remains motionless, silent. He could be mistaken for a statue, if not for an almost imperceptible nod to grant his seneschal permission to speak in his name. She approaches, arms folded in the wren-trimmed yellow robes of a court mandarin. Her expression is carefully blank, the chestnut hair on her face powdered alabaster white and decorated with exquisite detail in red and black. The rings on her fingers mark her as a 10-souled ape, a status even the Admiralty can respect. She bows before you, a complicated ritual display of sweeping sleeves that somehow never breaks eye contact. Finished, she waits for your response. Return the bow. You are, after all, in front of an emperor. You bow deeply, but not to the exquisite seneschal. She is but the voice of the emperor, and it is to him that your respect is due. He makes no move and says nothing, but a test has been passed. Nevertheless, now there is business to be discussed. The exquisite seneschal requests your assistance to supply the Empire of Hands' great work, a zeppelin that will take them to a new home, far away from here. You point out that the Admiralty has the Empire of Hands both under embargo and quarantine. The only thing worse to be caught doing here than supplying them would be helping them escape their confinement. Have your people not already caused us enough pain? She demands. We starve, and you would prevent us being fed. We thirst to explore, and you cage us like animals. Why? For what fine purpose? What threat are we to you who happily dine with devils? She shakes her head, almost with pity. What could you possibly see in us that shames you so? Accept the commission. With a pair of servants to row the boat, she takes you to the Zeppelin site in Port Stanton. It was originally the project of a traveler from afar hoping to travel east, who encountered an accident. In his plans and engine, however, the monkeys saw their opportunity. The great exodus will require supplies and fuel, of course, explains the exquisite seneschal. We also seek souls to uplift our brethren that they may join the work. You will, of course, be reasonably compensated for your expenses and rewarded upon completion. She also hints that there may be faster ways to complete the Zeppelin. To say more, though, would require a level of trust you have not yet earned. Contribute souls. Contribute supplies. And contribute fuel. Okay. Got it. So that's the business here. Oh, what the fuck? Glorious Dreadnought. Hello. I'm gonna just scoot by you here. Yes. Yes! I have the strats! You just need to run them down. Glorious Dreadnought. Who do you think you are? Ow! Well, I guess that's fair. Fair enough. Fucking die. The ship is yours. Whatever's in these barrels smells heavenly. Peaches! Such peaches! Amber and Dawn, a Z-Man snaffles one and is caught when the taste makes him burst into tears. Pack them carefully. Don't bruise them. Very nice. So now we're gonna head back up to Mount Palmerston and Anth to grab the Zoop. And also to... Well, actually, I've been streaming for a while and haven't had dinner yet. So I think I'm just gonna head back up to Mount Palmerston, get the soup, and handle the rest of the business off stream. Make sure and do the food. Yep, that's the plan. Oh, I just passed Mount Palmerston entirely. Oh, we can go back up to the crater. Perhaps it's time for a cup of honey fungus tea. Look down and see Port Palmerston. Right, this. Ah, I need to come back with a crate of human souls. Got it. You could just give her your soul, though. No big deal. I think I'll be hanging on to that, thanks. Okay. Your loss. Actually, I would be losing if I gave her my soul. I would be losing things. Okay, I think I am going to be ending right there. Because we got quite a few things. We gotta go to Anth, we gotta go to Dahut. We got a lot of things to do. God, this music is so good. Yeah. So, let me see who else is streaming right now. Who is streaming? Clay is streaming! Clay is streaming Phasmophobia. Alright, let's click the raid channel button. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me on yet another voyage across the high seas. I love this game. I love this fucking game so much. I hope you all, I'm gonna go and grab some food, but you guys enjoy company with Clay. Tell her I said hello, and I will see all of you guys on Thursday at OD the Cryptids channel. I'm making wild pointing gestures that you can't see. On OD the Cryptids channel for the continuation of our Little Nightmares collaboration. We're gonna be doing the DLC. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. And then Saturday is bugs. Always bugs. Always forever bugs. For now though, be good to yourselves. And I will see you guys around. Have a good night, /morning, /afternoon, / what have you. Goodbye!